Shovel Knight is a game that has all the charm and challenge of many an 8-bit classic, especially in the designs of its main villains, the 8 members of the Order of No Quarter. One member in particular stands out quite a bit though, that being Plague Knight, who really takes this game's middle-age aesthetic to a topic that most people don't know much about aside from the basic gist. I'm the Kitsune Hawk, and today, we'll take a look at the black sheep of the Order of No Quarter, Plague Knight. So get out your pencils, trivia enthusiasts, because this is character development. Plague Knight might not seem like much at first sight, but its name and design give you 2 quick clues to his inspiration. You see, the bird mask and black cloak that Plague Knight wears happen to be the standard uniform of plague doctors, physicians who were hired by cities to treat those affected with the bubonic plague. Plague doctors were often called beak doctors because of their distinctive mask, and their purpose was not only to shield the face but also to hold incense, as it was believed that the plague spread through the air and that incense would keep the doctors safe. However, these doctors rarely ever had professional training, and on many occasions were responsible for accelerating the death of their patients, or even succumbing to and spreading the plague themselves. Plague Knight's haphazard potion throwing, and the fact that he's described as being able to spread disease, could be seen as possible nods to this lack of medical experience. Also worth noting is the design of Plague Knight's stage, with enemies also inspired by plague doctors, rats just about everywhere, and crows. Why mention the crows? Well, Plague Knight's design shows some inspiration from crows, which, in medieval Europe, were seen as symbols of ill omens. Another bit to take into consideration is the general design of Plague Knight's stage, which bears a great deal of resemblance to a cathedral. The connection here is that plague doctors were appointed by Pope Clement VI, and that another one of their jobs was to distract the patient's thoughts away from death, through various methods, spirituality included. The names of the songs that play in Plague Knight's stage and during the fight with him also have a few connections with this chain of inspiration. The theme of the stage is Flowers of Antimony. During the outbreak of Black Death, a common belief was that sniffing a flower would ward off the disease, and antimony is a periodic element that, if inhaled, can affect the respiratory system, a symptom it has in common with the bubonic plague. As for Plague Knight's battle theme, it's entitled the Vital Vitriol. Oil of vitriol, known today as diethyl ether, was a compound used in alchemy, and is noted for being both extremely flammable and even explosive. This explains the abundance of explosions in both Plague Knight's attacks and everywhere in his stage, which is confirmed to be an alchemy lab. Despite how simple the presentation of Shovel Knight's antagonists may be, it's clear that a significant amount of detail went into each one, and in Plague Knight's case, a lot of inspiration from the bubonic plague pandemic of the late Middle Ages is evident in his design, even stepping into symbolism and alchemy. He stands out for a reason, and I look forward to seeing his playable scenario, Yacht Club games. This has been Character Development. Thank you for watching. Feel free to post your thoughts in the comments, request a character or 2 I could cover in a future episode, and use the annotations here to see other projects by me or my friends.